Hey, welcome back, Cheesy Minions. I have a battle here against BrandonPlaysStuff. This is a PU match, and it happened probably about forever ago, so please don't judge too much if I don't remember what the heck is going on. But yeah, so without further ado, PU is a really fun tier because it's always, you're always using things that you don't see every day. I'm actually bringing Pikachu, which is a Pokemon I absolutely hate, and I'm pretty much only bringing... I don't remember what led to this, but I think it was a Pikachu that was, like, broken, because I meant to use it in, like, that rodent match I had, and then I fixed it, and then I kind of wanted to see if it worked, so I brought it along in this PU match. And Pikachu is usually my least favorite Pokemon of all time, so, yeah, we're going to see if it works out. So I'm going to lead with Dodrio. He's going to go ahead and lead with Jelly Belly here. I decided to go for a knockoff, and he's going to actually surprise me with the Dark Resistance Berry, and then he sets up the Will-O-Wisp, which actually is really bad, because, yeah, this is a choice-banded Dodrio, I believe, so it kind of relies on its high attack stat, and unfortunately, with that burn, it's not going to be able to, attack very hard. So yeah, I'm just going to go into this stupid little Pikachu thing as he decides to go for a recover, and Pikachu's basically just like a roadkill Pokemon. It's just like a yellow rat that, a yellow pest. But, we're going to try to see if it can actually... If I can make it okay. I tried to go for the Volt Switch, but he actually surprised me here with the Minun coming in, which I know does get Volt Absorb. In fact, I think he's used his Minun against me in the past. But, oh well. That was a good play by me, and a bad play... Or good play by him, bad play by me. And I'm just going to go into my special wall, and he's going to go into his fire thing, which is... Like, geez, how do you predict that? But apparently he does, and that's not good. So I'm just going to go to my Dodrio. He goes for a Flamethrower, which just kind of makes sense. I just go into Dodrio, pretty much just sack it off, and ends up nearly killing me. I do have, like, one more turn here, so I end up... What do I even do? I think I just go for a Brave Bird or something. Yeah, just go for a Brave Bird, and he's just going to switch out into Jellicent, which is a pretty bulky Pokemon, so with the burn, it's really not going to do that much, and my Dodrio is just going to take itself out due to the recoil, and that does give me a free switch, though, and I go into my Cryogonal, which does have Freeze Dry, so I'm just going to go for that, I think, or what do I do? I don't remember, but he goes out into a Spiritomb. Unfortunately, this Cryogonal gets completely walled by a stupid little Fire Monkey thing. But yeah, the Spiritomb comes in, and that's going to take that really nicely as well, which kind of tips off that it's going to be a special defense set, probably. So we're going to go ahead and see, because it took that really, really well. And he ends up going for a Calm Mind, so maybe it's a physical defense set. I've never seen special defense with Calm Mind, but that does kind of make it dangerous. So he's going to get additional special attack and special defense as I go out into my Mudsdale, which is a pretty nice Pokemon in this tier. Just going to go for a Toxic instead of just going straight for the Stealth Rock, because I do see the Calm Mind and the potential for this thing to be really problematic. So he does go for the Dark Pulse. Thankfully, Spiritomb is really slow, even slower than Mudsdale, apparently, so yeah, I'm able to go first, and he's not going to be able to flinch me there with that Dark Pulse. So I am going to now go for the Stealth Rocks. It is kind of important that I set them up because that Fire Monkey is weak to them, and yeah, it's kind of always important. But unfortunately, this thing has Rest, so it's a Rest-talking Spiritomb, which is both good and bad. The good news is that means its only move is going to be Dark Pulse. The bad news is I don't think I have a really great Pokemon to take Dark Hits. So he is going to stay asleep as he goes for the first Sleep Talk, and that will be... I think he just... Actually, no, he does get the Dark Pulse. So that's a little bit lucky on his end. And as you can see, this is actually a speed tie. So we're speed tying the Spiritomb right now with my Mudsdale. I go for an Earthquake. It ends up doing almost half, so it's a 3 KO. That's not fantastic, but it's not the worst that could happen. I'm just going to keep going for the Earthquake, hoping that he doesn't get lucky with the Sleep Talks. I kind of hope that I can 3 KO this thing and just take it out. But yeah, we'll see if I get that lucky. And I do move first this time, not that it matters, because, well, it does matter, because if he would go first and go for a Dark Pulse, then that would be bad. But let's see if he gets one. This turn he gets the Rest, so I do have one more turn here with Mudsdale, and who knows, though, if I'm going to be able to get the speed tie. He ends up not wanting to take the risk. He ends up switching out. This would... Oh, no, he doesn't. He stays in and dies. I thought he switched out, but see, this is what I said when I... what I meant when I said the battle happened a while ago. I thought he actually tried to switch out and stay Spiritomb, but no! He does stay in and just lets it die, and I get lucky moving first that turn, so some decent luck there with the speed tie. But now in comes God Minun. I mean, I know he's going to go for the Grass Knot. There's nothing much I can do about it. I decided to stack off Mudsdale. I mean, I could have tried to save it, but Mudsdale is really slow and really weak at this point, so doesn't seem like there's a big point. So in comes my Aggron. This is actually going to be a Autonomized set, but unfortunately, the problem with the Autonomized set is it doesn't really have a good way to get around that Quagsire he still has in the back. And actually end up dodging a nuzzle there, but unfortunately my Haunter's going to pay the price. I really shouldn't have went into aggro there. But then he gets a crit there with the Thunderbolt against my Haunter. So Haunter is going to go down, and Minun is doing some real work. So I'm going to go to my Pikachu. I do have Light Ball. I want to see how much this Surf will do. And, yeah, he goes for a Grass Knot, oddly, but that is going to do absolutely nothing to Pikachu, because Pikachu is super light. Surf does damage to the Minun. I'm just going to go for another Surf, because it's like my strongest move to use, because this guy is Volt Absorb. So he's going to go and Encore me, which is okay, and yeah, that locks me into Surf, but I'm going to go ahead and switch out a Cryogonal to ignore that, and he is actually going to try to save the Minun as well, as he goes into Roselia. So this thing isn't a bad matchup per se. I mean, obviously I do have the super effective Freeze Dry, but Roselia is actually kind of a bulky Pokemon in PU, because it obviously gets access to Eeveelite, which it clearly has, because it takes that Freeze Dry really well. Now, I'm not really super invested in Special Attack, but it takes less than half, so that is taking it super well. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, I guess hoping for the Poison. I end up getting the Freeze with the Freeze Dry, so, and then he just thaws right out, so, and he sets up the spikes on me, so that's not great. I do have Rapid Spin, though, on Cryogonal. One of the reasons to use Cryogonals, because it's one of the better Rapid Spinners of the tier, so I'm just going to go for that. And, yeah, that will get rid of the Rapid, as I get a pointless crit there on the Rapid Spin. But no, he's going to get the Synthesis now, so yeah, this thing unfortunately can kind of wall my Cryogonal, despite the fact I have the matchup advantage. I mean, it can't really, because eventually I'm going to get like another freeze or a crit or something. But he could, I mean, Synthesis has really poor PP too, so I'm going to win this if, it turns, me against him. I do have Recover on this thing, so it's not like even if he gets the poison, he's going to be able to wither me down. And I can Rapid Spin any spikes that he tries to set up, and I'm just going to keep going for it. I mean, he's not switching. I'm kind of surprised he's not going to the Fire Monkey, considering the Fire Monkey completely walls Cryogonal. And it's actually really problematic to in fact, that Fire Monkey could probably run the table against me right now, but no, he's going to keep trying to break, at least poison me, I guess, with this Roselia. That's what he's trying to do at this point. I go for another one. He ends up going for another Sludge Bomb. Eventually, he is going to get the poison proc. It's 30%, but I'm actually getting pretty lucky with the poisons because he's just not getting it. Just going to keep going for the Freeze Dye. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll even kill it from this range. Nope, it's going to survive with just a bare amount of HP. And here I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin. Actually, the worst thing he could do is go into Jellicent, which to Spin Block. And he does switch out, and he doesn't go into Jellicent, though. He goes into the Fire Monkey, which is another pretty good play. It does take 25% on switching, but I do need to get rid of those spikes. But like I said, I have really nothing to do with Cryogonal against this thing. I really have to, because and nothing I have can take like, 2 flamethrowers. He ends up going for this superpower, though, which is kind of odd. I end up living that pretty well. I probably could have lived a flamethrower too. Cryogonal's pretty amazing special defense. What I really should have done was went for the recover there. But I didn't, which kind of sucks, because now, yeah, he's just going to be able to kill me, and this thing is maybe either Scarfed, probably Scarfed, but now he's down to -2 attack and defense, as my Cryogonal goes down, and I'm going to go out into my Pikachu, but he's going to wisely switch it out, because he knows that that little fire, Simisear, I think it's Simisear, but he knows that that Simisear is really good against my team. So mine is going to go down thanks to my entry hazards, but yeah, now he's going to get switch into Quagsire, which is kind of curious, because my Pikachu does carry Grass Knot, and I probably should have known that. He probably should have known that, and it just gives me a quick kill here on the Quagsire. Unfortunately, he still has that Simisear, which is a huge problem for my Pikachu, so he's going to go, for the rest of my team, actually. My Aggron can't take 2 hits from this thing either, and he does go for the Flamethrower. Pikachu is made out of literal paper because it's a piece of crap, and it dies. So down goes Pikachu, yeah, Aggron's going to come out, and I'm just going to try to just go for the Autotomize. I don't even know if I can outspeed this thing, even if it is Scarfed, even after Autotomize. I decided just to go for it anyway, but he ends up critting me with the Flamethrower, so it doesn't even matter. So there, good game there, BrandonPlaysStuff. Not my best game ever, but yeah, PU is always kind of fun. It's not a tier I really mind losing in. It's just kind of fun, and plus Minun versus Roadkill, that sells tickets right there. So anyway, today's question of the day is going to be, now there's a new rumor going around that we're getting 2 new Eeveelutions in Sword and Shield. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a leak here. I don't know about the authenticity, but it sounds like something to do, because obviously we're losing so many Pokemon this upcoming generation. What we really need is 2 more Eevees. As for me, I mean, I think the Dragon Eevees Dragon has to be a given, right? I mean, it's the only formerly special type that doesn't have an Eeveelution. But if there is 2 new Eevees, that means a type that was formerly physical might get an Eevee evolution as well, which would be the first. Not counting Fairy, which didn't even have special / physical because it was introduced after the Generation 4 physical special split. But I'd like to see one of the Eevees be Dragon. The other one, maybe Ghost, because Ghost is a weird type because it was originally physical, even though it probably should have been special and is now it's primarily a special type. It's always kind of weird that Ghost was physical back in the day, but it was, and now pretty much there's very few physical Ghost moves, so it's kind of like an oddball type there. So those are going to be my guesses. I wouldn't mind though if they are going to go for a physical type, and mind you, I'm in no rush for another Eevee evolution. We have so many already. I feel like give me something a little more original. But a Poison Eevee could be cool. Just right off the bat. I mean, with the Eevee stat distributions, they could do something really cool with Poison, maybe, if they wanted to. Or who knows? They revealed Sylveon, don't forget, before Fairy type was officially announced. So maybe one of these new Eevees are a new type altogether? Who knows? I mean, I have no idea. I don't even know what the source is on this rumor. I just kind of saw it when I was browsing stuff on the interwebs. But yeah, leave a comment about that and see you guys again next time. Thanks for watching. Later.